I think it's time to listen to some music. Alright, let's go. The first song I'm going to be listening to is called Bad Boy.
Behave yourself.
Behave yourself. Lovely.
Now, Junior, behave yourself.
Again, so reminiscent of the earlier days. It's so chaotic, and then to strip it down, they get rid of everything, they just have the vocals, and then it all comes back in again. It's a technique they've done so often, but it works every time. And that tambourine just going like throughout. Dun, 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 dun. The tamborine's actually really high in it, just surprisingly.
Behave yourself.
Lovely. So Bad Boy is a song by Larry Williams from the 50s, hence why it sounds so like their earlier days, the rock and roll, so that's making a lot more sense in my mind. So one of the strengths in these old rock and roll songs, to me at least, is the use of the bass, so I'm just going to show a bit of MIDI breakdown here because I think it's quite interesting. So here we have the bass playing the 8th notes going up and down the chord, which is not a crazy new idea, but it's really effective and works great. So an example like that feels like a walking bass to me, and I think it's really effective in keeping that rhythm and groove of the song. So this song is called The Inner Light. Many of you were making sure that I did not miss out on this song, so here we go to George Harrison one. So I'm kind of expecting to quite enjoy this one. Oh, okay. Why does this feel like it's a combination of Irish and Indian, weirdly?
Without going out of my things on earth,
I feel like this is two cultures together. Beautiful flute, sitar.
ways of heaven, less one
This stripped away sitar just sucks you in. You have this drone that's like, especially in that instrumental section with the sitars playing over. When you have a drone, a sustained note, and music over the top, it really creates a certain atmosphere, which we can all hear through this song.
You can know things on earth, travels, the less one knows.
And you can hear that drone just sustaining. What? I don't know what that instrument is. So just to correct myself, the flute was actually a bansuri flute. It is a side-blown flute originating from the Indian subcontinent. The instrument that I thought was a sitar was actually a esraj. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So the instrument that was the drone is called the tanpura. And here's just a little breakdown so you can see what all the instruments are doing in the MIDI. So here is an example of the drone. It is playing the root note of the E flat, and it just goes over and over again. We then have the harmonium giving us the harmony for the chords. You can see it alternates between the chords, and it's really quite beautiful and works well. We then have the flute that goes up and down, always returning to that E flat note, which is quite interesting as it goes up and down. And then you put them all together. Very beautiful. The Ballad of John and Yoko is next. I'm going to assume that Yoko is also singing in this. I haven't looked that up just to keep it as a surprise. Oh. So. vibe. I'm enjoying it. One thing that I really like, you have the vocals, and when there's a break in the vocals, you have the instrument of the guitar. It sounds like a guitar come in to, you know, keep your ear engaged and to keep you all interested. And then you have the keys just come in the end just to add a little bit of high key frequency energy, and then it strips back into and it loops again.
Only trying to get us some peace, Christ, you know it ain't easy. You're gonna crucify me.
Now really high keys though.
Don't take nothing with you but your soul. Sing it.
Got some maracas.
Cake in the bag. You know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Call me out and bring back to London. You're gonna crucify me.
One thing I just noticed in the vocals, some of the words, there was easy and crucify me. John Lennon's vocals would finish, and then the backing vocals would like just extend by like half a second frequently. So it appeared to be a choice that they were making, which was just something that was standing out to me. Really thought Yoko would be singing along. It seems like this song was potentially about the way the media viewed their relationship. Probs wrong. This song is called Old Brown Shoe. I'm so glad that the Old Brown Shoes are finally getting the recognition they deserve. It's about time. Okay. Oh. Got some organs in there as well in the back. Okay, the bass is funky in this. So the things that currently standing out to me, and actually most of these songs, is the bass and how much of the movement of it adds to the rhythm and to like the pace of the song. Like it never really stagnates, like it just keeps going. This one's is very walking bass as well. Here's a little breakdown of that. So the cool thing about this bass is how the rhythm changes. The bass is in eighth notes and then it goes to triplets and then back to eighth notes up and down, which is just quite an interesting way to engage the ear by altering the rhythm. I think it's quite cool. And again, it reminds me of their earlier days due to the instrument choices as well as the genre of the song. You have the pianos, you have the organs, you have the bass, you have the guitar and the vocals, which is something they really did in their earlier days, you know, and then we got the experimentation with all the orchestral instruments. So this again feels a little bit more old school to me in terms of all those elements. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything, just something to point out that I'm noticing. So this one is called Don't Let Me Down. I'm just thinking it's like a ballad.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Do you ever love me like she does?
Okay, that was,
And if somebody loved me like she do,
is this 5/4?
she does.
Yeah, she does.
Don't let me down. Don't you know it's gonna last?
Gonna laugh. Oh, I like this one.
Don't let
Ah, that's so old school. The use of the cymbal in the break. So just more on an emotional level, this song is really, I think one of the reasons why it kind of is hitting me right now. You have the instrumentation, you have an electric piano, you have the guitars, you have the bass. Electric pianos feel quite warm, at least to me, and kind of safe and comfortable sounding. And then you have their vocals, which are quite like vulnerable and intense, of like Don't Let Me Down. Like they're not singing it prettily, they're really like going for it. And it's the contrast of this kind of, to me, relaxing instrumentation and then these vocals that are filled with emotion. It just instantly is quite pleasant to listen to, as well as because of the repetitiveness of the Don't Let Me Down phrase. You're instantly sucked in because you're like, okay, I can get into the groove of the song, I know what they're gonna sing next. Truly like that one, it was good. So the last song for today is You Know My Name, and then in brackets, Look Up the Number. Oh! This sounds very... That clap is very different to what I feel like I've heard them use, that sound. I have no idea what they're singing. You know my name. You know.
Good evening and welcome to Slaggers. There we go. Let's hear it together.
It's gonna turn into like a party.
You know my name. That's right. Look up my number.
It's like they're performing at some like club and it's like live.
Look up my number.
You know my name.
Let's hear it for Dennis Oldfeld.
What is this song? Okay, I don't mean this is as a bad thing, but just what popped into my head. It feels like an assignment like you would have at a music school with like, okay, this is the 4 bars we're giving you and you need to try it in all different genres. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Come on, Dave.
You know, oh, into the next one. But it's like very pleasant. The music is very pleasant. Nice, nice. I don't even know what to say to that. Like the music was really enjoyable. Out of these songs, I wonder which ones you lean towards more. I really like Don't Let Me Down. Something about that just I really enjoyed. It's all coming to an end, everyone. Abbey Road is next, and that is the last of all this. It's kind of wild that we're at this point already. I'm gonna try and make it a good one. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, bye.